Hey guys, how you going there? Jason Andrew here, and are you ready? Are you ready? I'm not talking about ready for the workshop because that's coming up in 5 days. And if you haven't registered already, please do so. Drop us a line and we'll get you a copy of the free workbook that you'll need to get the most out of that workshop. And I'm not saying, are you ready for 2021? Because we are well and truly in it. We're into month number 2. So we've already had a whole month. January has gone. What I'm talking about is, are you ready to get started in living life on your own terms? Are you ready to get started to live the life that you want? Not the life that somebody else has in mind for you, not the life that your friends say you should be living, your family says you should be living, not the life that your boss says you should be doing, or your person at work, all these well-meaning people who think that they know what's best for you. I'm not talking about living a life for them. If you haven't had that conversation with yourself about what you want out of your life, what it really means to you to be happy and successful, and what's truly important to you, then you might find yourself kind of trapped in this sedentary lifestyle where you go through the motions, and you might wake up feeling like you're on the treadmill, and you're feeling this kind of lack of motivation to be moving forward because you're spending most of your life trying to please others, which is great. But if that's not pleasing you at the same time, then you're going to be going through struggle street. And it doesn't have to be that way. So next week, I'm going to be going through this in 5 days on how you can transform yourself into doing what you want to be doing with your life and really get that sense of happiness and doing what you came on this planet to do, which only you know, but you need to explore and find that out for yourself. Now, I'm going to give you one tip that you can start thinking about. Yesterday, I gave you one. Today, I'm going to give you another one to start thinking about so you can prepare yourself for next week, because it's going to be really important that you turn up with the right mindset. And one thing that I'm going to encourage you to think about is your story. Everybody's got a backstory. Everybody has an influence. Everybody has arrived into this moment right now, today, with history. So I'm not talking about baggage. I'm just saying everyone's got a story of where they've been. And I'm going to encourage you to put some deep thought into the influences in your life that have had both a positive and a negative effect, so that you can embrace them and face the reality of what you've been through, because what you have been through is a wonderful life, and there's a lot in there to take away, which we're going to leverage next week. So, for example, now I'm wearing this cap here. Now, this cap here is the emblem of Samoa. Samoa. It's a small Pacific nation in the middle of the South Pacific. That's my background. I was born in New Zealand. I lived in Samoa till I was 5. Then I moved to Melbourne, Australia, where I've lived for most of my life. I've lived in other places like London and Sydney, but most of my life has been in Australia. So there are snippets from each of those places that have had an impact, both negative and positive, on my life, that I've framed into a story that's helped me to become the person that I am and to make the decisions that I make in a comfortable manner for my reasons. Now, I'm going to step you through these things next week, but I'm going to encourage you now just to start thinking about your backstory. What are the things in the past that have let you down? What are the things that have brought you back up? What are the things that you're proud of? What are the things that maybe you think you could have done a bit better? So just start that reflection mode, because when you hit next week, we're going to go into some pretty easy, simple exercises so you can leverage that and start living the life that you want to be living. So the reason you're here is this in the Stay the Arena is we want you to create your arena for your reasons. Live your life, and when you live your life, you will help others lift. So you may have heard of the analogy of a rising boat a rising tide lifts all boats. So there's no point in you just sort of being stuck outside in the sandbar. Get in there in the rising tide, be the rising tide, so you can lift everybody. Okay, guys, that's my top tip for today. Tomorrow I'm coming back in, but do register. If you want your free workbook, that's really essential. They'll be coming out in the next day. So drop a line in here, post a comment. Also, invite a friend into this group so they can be your accountability buddy. Don't let this just be one of those other groups that you've joined on Facebook that just sits there and you just sort of see the notifications coming up. Let this be your action group that's going to help change your life for this year. And I'm really looking forward to doing that and seeing you in the arena next week. Okay, cheers, guys. Bye.